We know that helping to support families betters our entire community. Michelle, I'm wondering if you could share some insight into how and why financial security is at the root cause of many issues, and if you can share an example of that.
Sure. Typically, when we talk about poverty supports, people immediately think of providing food and providing clothing, and those are important, obviously important things that we need to do. But when you look at other ways to put more money in people's pockets, then you empower them to make those choices themselves and to be able to have access to more funds. So completing taxes, for instance, that's not typically a go-to when someone walks in the door living in poverty. But we know that when we get someone's taxes caught up, they're suddenly eligible for the child tax credit or other government incomes. They're eligible to apply for social housing and for utility discounts. So it opens up a whole door of additional income that they can have. You might be surprised to learn that there are some people who have children who aren't receiving the child tax credit. That's $5,000 a year per child, $5,000 to $6,000. So it's significant income to help them be able to manage the limited amount. Still, we're still talking about a very limited amount of income, but puts a little bit more in people's pockets. So, and then moving income tax support to year-round instead of just at tax season. And that allows people who maybe struggle with mental health challenges at particular times of the year, who aren't as likely to get out and do their taxes at that time of year. It gives them the flexibility to be able to get it done. And we do end up doing taxes for people for as many as 10 or more years that their taxes haven't been done. And then there's other opportunities. So if we teach someone how to read their bank statement, and these are things might, come natural to many of us. They don't realize what they're paying in bank charges. They don't realize what the bank fees relate to. So empowering them by showing them how to read the statement and see when there are charges, again, puts more money in their pockets. If we show someone, if we explain to somebody how their utility bill works, this is going to sound crazy to some people. When you turn up your thermostat, or turn up, I'm old school, we don't turn it up anymore, we press a bunch of buttons. When we turn up our thermostat, that costs money. And I've had people say, but how does that work? How do they know? So there's not an understanding because they haven't lived in a home before, possibly, or they haven't been responsible for the utility costs. And so when we empower them by saying, every time you turn that up, it costs more money, then they have the power to go, okay, I might not put my air conditioning on so quick today. And so again, that's putting more money in people's pockets and explaining to them what is a utility bill, what gets charged on a utility bill, what's included in that. Microloans. So we know a number of people get caught up in payday loans. That payday loans at best is 300% interest. If we can move those payday loans into a microloan at 9% interest, we've removed that debt and the stress and the anxiety. And once you're in one of those payday loans, you do not get out of it, barring some miracle. So all of these things put more money in someone's pocket, puts them, again, more in control of their finances. They can make their own choices, their own purchases, and they feel empowered to do that and hopefully share it with others as well.